These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
Hey there, happy Saturday. I'm Amelia Fabiano with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Annie Anderson is now back in the Valley after being extradited from Washington State. She's the mother of newborn baby Skylar, who was found dead at Sky Harbor Airport back in 2005. Anderson was arrested in the case just in the past year. Newly obtained court documents yesterday, though, reveal new details in the case, including what the 51-year-old suspect allegedly told police when they tracked her down in 2022. Court documents say that's when Anderson allegedly told police she gave birth in her hotel bathtub, claiming the baby had been stillborn. Police, though, say that's inconsistent with evidence and information from the medical examiner. Court documents also say Anderson admitted to taking the baby to Sky Harbor in a backpack and putting the baby in a bathroom trash bin. One retired cold case homicide detective who worked on this case sitting down with us.
It's exciting to see justice, although it's taken a long time, to finally be given to this little baby that never had a chance.
It took nearly 4 months for the extradition process from Washington State. Anderson will be back in court next week for her arraignment. ABC15 has learned one of the 7 suspects in the Preston Lord murder investigation has been released from custody after posting bond. 17-year-old Talon Vigil is out of police custody, but does have electronic monitoring. The other 6 suspects, though, remain in custody. All 7 defendants are expected back in court on May 9th. We'll, of course, be there to track those developments. ABC15 staying ahead of the border crisis. The Arizona legislature announcing an additional $55 million approved for the Shelter and Services program. That helps Arizona border communities and organizations manage the border crisis. These funds will add to the additional $650 million that were approved back in February. These funds help nonprofits that provide shelter, food, transportation, and support services to asylum seekers arriving at our southern border.
It's a 4-letter F word no one likes: fees. But you can't escape them. They get added on to rent, added on when you travel, and added on to event tickets. The frustration has been vocal. In response, the government is cracking down on junk fees. One area where fees may fly under the radar involves cable companies and internet service providers. Looking over your own bill, you may have seen one of these disguised charges: installation fees, customer service fees, administrative fees, regulatory fees, technology service fee. The list is endless, and if those sound vague and a little confusing, it's because they're meant to. And all these added-on fees can jack up a basic month's service as much as 25%. But that's all changing. The Federal Communications Commission's new broadband consumer labels regulation requires providers to display clear, easy to understand, and accurate information about costs. That means listing which fees are mandated by the government and what fees the provider may be adding themselves. You'll also see more details about the performance of broadband services, like if you're paying for high-speed service, are you actually receiving it? Major providers must begin billing with the new, more transparent labels by April 10th. Smaller providers have until October. Make sure you check your next bill. And if your provider isn't being transparent about services and fees, the FCC wants to know. We've put steps to file a complaint online at abc15.com/consumer, and you can reach us anytime by emailing consumer@abc15.com. I'm Christelle Bell, and if you have a consumer problem, let ABC15 know.
It's going to be a breezy to windy weekend on tap for us here in Arizona. A quick check of that most accurate forecast here. Valley sustained winds at 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusts potentially up to 25 at times. So a breezy day for us here in the valley. In the high country, even windier, gusts potentially up to 35 miles an hour. Here's a check of highs across the state today, though. 61 in Flagstaff, 56 in Winslow, 79 in Globe, 87 down in Casa Grande, and 86 out at Lake Havasu City. Overnight tonight, we're dropping into the 40s in Kingman and Prescott, 46 in Sedona, 31 41 in Flagstaff and 33 in Heber, 46 overnight tonight in Globe. Our 7-day showing we're going to be dealing with these breezy conditions in the valley through at least the beginning of the work week. We'll see a temperature drop to normal temperatures tomorrow in the mid-80s, upper 70s by Monday, but then the warm-up begins. We're cranking it to 99 for our high on Thursday, so we'll keep an eye on that one as we're flirting with the triple digits. For all the latest headlines, weather, and traffic, head to abc15.com or download our free ABC 15 mobile app. Have a great Saturday.
These latest headlines from ABC 15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.